All right, all right, all right. Look, the beautiful Miss Tony. You
Thank
guys,
you.
welcome so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Super excited about having this beautiful
Thank you.
queen. Look,
Thank
look,
you.
look. This
Thank
beautiful
you.
queen next to me. Listen, I am so honored. I hadn't done Let's Be Clear, the show, in some time, and I know you're not on social media, so
No.
you like, wait, what? Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of a few that's not on social media. But I know that you're not on social media, but I have been doing Let's Be Clear, the show, for over 2 years now. And so I stopped for maybe about 4 or 5 months. And I said I wanted to jump back in here, but I wanted it to be content that we are definitely in need of. And not saying that what I was talking about before wasn't, but now that we are really grinding out this healing process,
Yes.
I think it's important for us to share with the other people, with those that are going through divorce, coming out of divorce, is divorce, but still have questions, and so I've asked a few people to come on and lock arms with me, and you've been locking arms with me for some years now.
Yes.
So Tony is one of the young ladies who's a part of the first book, Life After Divorce. And so she's been there for me, with me throughout the entire time. And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I am not going to monopolize the time. Tony, please tell the people who you are.
My name is Tony. They call me Tiny.
Yes, they do.
Claude McHenry. That's Plourge, like saying Lord with a P. Claude McHenry. You can call me Tiny. Everybody calls me Tiny.
Yes. So happy. And she's a little. Y'all see, I look puffed up over here.
No,
but
this
is Tiny over here. This is Tiny Tony, you guys. And so she is also one of the co-authors in Seasons of Divorce. Are you in Seasons of Divorce? No, Life After Divorce. She's one of the co-authors of Life After Divorce. But when I did the book launch for Seasons of Divorce, she did this amazing butterfly monologue. I was gonna say poem, monologue. And so she's amazing, and that is her thing, butterfly.
The butterfly.
But I just am so excited to have you on today and talk about the topic that we are going to share about, which is so important. Forgiving.
Yes.
It's so key. Important.
Very key.
And people, they forget that forgiving is not for the person. It's for yourself, right?
It's for me.
And oftentimes when we think I'm forgiving you for doing what you did, it's me giving you a pass for what you did, right?
No, that pass was for me first.
And then
I can pass it to you.
And then I can pass it to you. So we are going to talk about, with you, I want to talk about healing not actually happening until you forgave.
Yes.
So how long were you married?
The first one or the second one?
Both.
The first one, 16 years.
Oh, wow.
16 years. And I even had to forgive on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you forgive on that one after that one, or was it not until the second marriage where you realized?
It was after maybe a year or 2 years later. I went back to my first husband and asked for forgiveness. Okay. Because I wasn't a wife, so I don't know how to wife up my first marriage. So never been married before, so I'm bound to make mistakes, right?
Right. And you know, that's so funny that you say that, because one of the young ladies, Mel, she said when we were at the meet and greet, she said, I've been married. I think she's been married twice, but she said, I've never had a husband. Yeah. And that was mind blowing. So for you to say right now, I didn't know how to be a wife.
No.
So you had to go and apologize or ask for forgiveness, or what was that about?
I apologize for not being a good wife. My mother was married 5 times. So you can only imagine
the example that.
Yeah. So I had to apologize for not being a good wife, for all the things I've done through the marriage, toward the end. I apologized and I asked for his forgiveness. And he said he forgave me. And then he said, can we try this again? I'm like, no.
Not that type of forgiveness.
I didn't going back, but we're still friends. We are close now, even now, not just because of I apologize, because also too, I need that so my grandchildren can see that we as one. or not as one as in marriage, but one as grandfather, grandmother.
Yeah.
And my children need to see that too, even though they're adults. It's important. It's important.
No, absolutely. Being the example it doesn't come with an age. It doesn't say, well,
No.
because they've gotten past this age that you don't have to be the example, because regardless, God has still gifted you them, and he is still holding you accountable to be a good steward over the gifts that he's giving you. He didn't say, well, but once they turn 18,
it's over. No,
you don't have to be a good steward. So no, still in that, you still have to show them by being the example. And so you said your second marriage was how long?
6 years too long. I was only married for 6 years. I just kidding. Never. No, I'm not. I can still laugh on that one. I make people laugh because that's my, you know how I am. They said, my mother used to say, when you laugh, you know, people think the hurt is not as hard or harsh. I wouldn't talk about it around people. Now I joke about it, so people won't see the pain that I used to wear. If that makes sense. So if I joke about it and laugh about it, that pain that I had is not there anymore because I didn't forgive. Okay. I was still angry, but once I forgave, and that forgiveness came maybe last year.
And how long had you been divorced?
I was divorced 2020. So in 2020, I was divorced, and so 2023 is when I think after we did the book or stuff like that. So after I started to heal.
So let me put this timeline together. So when COVID began, when
2020.
And so we go to church together.
Yes.
So we have friends in common or associates in common.
Yes.
And so leaving church because the church closed.
Yes.
You were nice and married.
Yes.
Right? But coming back to church, how was that? Because they started asking you, where is, or if they heard it through the grapevine. Like, so how was that when you were in your unforgiven stage? How did that make you feel?
Salty, meaning that whenever she said they can feel it on me, or they can feel I left a little bit of residue of hatred, hurt, unforgiveness on them. Because when they say, "Hey, how's your husband?" I said, "We're no longer married." They said, "Well, I'm sorry, it's not your fault. You didn't cause this marriage to end." Right. And you can feel it because of the way I sound.
Right. And so then after you began to forgive, now did your forgiving come with? Was it verbal forgiving? Like, did you go to him, or did it have to start within
myself?
Okay. And I'm asking you these questions because I know that there's someone out there that is harboring and holding on to something. So I'm asking you these questions because the goal is to help somebody.
Yes.
Right. So when you begin to heal, did it start with you going to him and saying, you know what, I forgive you? Or did that, because it took you some time to say, I'm going to forgive.
I would go walking. And thank God that it was during COVID and I did a lot of walking so I can focus on my walking and enjoy myself, enjoy being outside. And try to forget that. But once I got to the car, it's like, hey, we're here, and come back into my thought. But it wasn't until there was a friend from church. She saw me. I called her by mistake, or she called me by mistake. I did on the phone, whatever. But she said, we was talking, and then she said the same thing. How's your husband? I said, oh, we're no longer married. And just like that, she was talking after that. And I said, I'm good. Everything's good. But it really wasn't.
Okay.
It was her that called me back or sent a text and said, did you forgive yourself?
Wow.
And I'm thinking, why should I forgive myself? And then I heard it. Yeah. All the stuff that you allowed, forgive yourself for allowing all this stuff to happen. Why didn't say this, or why did you allow him to have his way and allow him to do the things he did? Remember, why did you try to make him love you? Why did you try to make him stay home? If he wanted to go, why did you do that? And I kept telling myself, okay, my fault. I'll forgive myself.
Okay.
I'll forgive myself. I never should have been there. I even told myself I never should have married him. And I'm being transparent. I never should have married him. But The people saw us together at church, and I didn't want someone saying, "Oh, you know, it didn't work," or I wanted to work.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what? I don't care anymore what the people say.
You have
the people
to
are gonna
get
say
that.
whatever they want to say. So let you talk.
Yes.
But I can quiet the noise, or I can say it's over.
Yeah. And keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I forgave myself. Then I talked to him and told him that I forgive him. But it was a little bit later.
How did he respond to you coming to him saying, "I forgive you"? In the event that I apologize and he does not apologize back, how am I going to feel? Did you think that, or did you just say, I am just going to forgive him? And I'm saying apologize. I mean, forgive. Mm-hmm. I am going to forgive him.
Yes.
And if he says, I forgive you too, or I apologize, great. But if not, great, because this is what I know I need to do. Were you there?
I didn't forgive in the beginning. I was aim those daggers and throw that dagger and it hit, and I was happy. that was
this
part
is your truth.
Yeah, that was my truth. Yeah, I bring up what you did. That's another dagger, and I'm like, yeah, and that made me feel empowered. Like, yes, that's why I divorced you. Yeah, but it's and then I never should have married. All this stuff used to come, but then it was making me bitter.
Okay,
not better, but making me bitter, not better.
Right,
and I need to be better. So. Took a moment, and I did. I apologized to him, and apologized to myself.
Yeah,
I apologized to myself because I knew I never should have married him.
Okay.
I trusted, and I took his word, believing it, but the signs were all on the table. But I just said, we're gonna clean this up. We're not gonna look at it. We're gonna clean it up, and we're gonna clean up your mess.
Pressing override.
Yeah. How you clean up somebody else's mess? They made that mess. Let them clean up. They don't want to clean up. You know that. Why you gonna clean up? Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody who he is and what he is doing to you.
Right.
I'm injured. I'm hurting.
Yeah.
And I can't say, hey, I'm hurting. Look, y'all saying y'all look so good together in church. Y'all, that's a power couple. Oh, y'all such a happy couple. And I go, follow us to the car. What that mean? You're going to see me look out the window, and you're going to see him thinking everything's good, looking out the window, looking at his phone.
So you have to forgive yourself for even that. Yeah. Because the thing is, you have to forgive yourself for even putting on a face. That's it. And while we know that not everyone gets to know everything that's going on in your marriage or in your home, there still are some things that we just overdo with putting on a facade. Ooh. And so to know that what you're saying, and I've heard this multiple times, to know, and I think I was there before, like I was in a position in front of the people, we're good, but then as soon as we get home, but you said before we get home.
In the car.
You said
I'm looking at, and I'm thinking to myself, they just don't know. And I thought to myself, we in church. All these people here can tell me what God said. God didn't tell me what he's doing. God didn't. This is what I'm thinking in my head. I think I said it out loud a couple of times. God told you this. You guys gonna do that. I'm thinking, God didn't. That's all God told you. God didn't tell you nothing about him. God didn't tell you what he's doing. God didn't tell you that he'll come home at night sometimes.
Oh my God. Now, did you find yourself upset with the people who you felt like y'all should have been?
Yes, I did. Not really upset. I don't know if it's upset or not like that, but you guys, come on. You guys, I'm your sister in Christ.
That's how you felt.
Y'all didn't see this. Y'all left me. But it wasn't like I was upset. It was more like they didn't know either, or maybe they did know, but they thought I knew, and I was okay with it. no, never okay with it, but they could at least talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, how you gonna talk to me after I divorce? It's done done.
That's how you felt.
Yeah.
So how do you feel today?
Good.
Okay.
Good. I feel now that when people say, "Oh, what," now I don't even say, I say, "No, we're not married anymore," and it's not that I'm not throwing that dagger. As soon as they say something, it's like I bring out a little sarcasm or a little joke,
right?
But it's no, we're no longer married,
and that's it.
That's it.
Right.
What happened? It's called a divorce.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
it happens, and so often we feel, especially in the church, we are made to believe that we shouldn't be divorcing. And that we're going to hell and all of the things, yes. Right?
Keep hanging in there. God loves the husband. It's like, no, I'm not hanging in there. We don't hang in. What I'm supposed to? I'm going to drop. I'm going to let go. I'll fail. I ain't going to hang in. Hang in there. Hang on. Hang on. I was hanging in. People don't see what I was hanging in on. I mean, okay. So, so I would do things. I would find out where he was going. I would go there. I would move the car and pretend the car was stolen.
Oh, forgive yourself.
Forgive myself. I was angry, really angry that he would go and didn't realize, okay, I don't want people may do this, but I'm gonna let people know. If you got an iPad and a phone, your iPad can also be your place to hide, in the trunk, and you can follow them. You don't need
what you did.
Yes, I sure did. Put my iPad in the car, in the trunk.
Like a tracker.
Yeah, it was tracking. I knew, like the car is over there, but his phone is there. Then I realized somebody had the car and they wrecked the car.
Oh, wow.
And when the sheriff said, after we went to the court, not the court, but the police department to bring it up, he said, "Do you know what the car is?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And they said, "How you know?" I said, "Because I tracked the car." And they said, "Sir, can we talk to you in here by yourself?"
Yeah, because
that was so hilarious. That was so funny.
This lady over here, little mini investigator.
Yeah.
Wow. So
now people go when they
let me share something with y'all.
Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to Tiny.
Don't listen to me.
Listen, she did it. She did do it. I am not supporting that, okay? This is what she chose to do, and this is her story, and she's speaking it. Now, what do you do with the information that you receive? Up to you. That is hilarious. The police didn't even know where the car was, but you did.
I did.
So, how do you feel about all of those things? It probably was necessary, though, for the situation. But did you have to forgive yourself for that, or that's not
that
something
was
you
funny?
feel like?
I can't forgive myself for doing something.
Like, no, that wasn't.
I should never had to do that. My husband should come home at night, not being come home 2 days later. My husband should be home with his wife. And I used to think, how would you feel if I didn't come home? But I'm like, no, that's my home. I'm coming to my home, but I'm coming home. But how would you feel?
Worried. There's a lot of things.
Yeah. And if he didn't show up the next day, I was like, okay, something happened. And toward the end, I was like, good. I hope he. And then he come in like, oh man.
This was in your bitter day.
This was my bitter day.
But now that you are better.
Yes.
And you are healed.
Yes. I still laugh.
No, I know that
I laugh.
But you speak about it. You don't speak about it from a place of bitterness, pain, heaviness. It's not heavy.
No.
You just like, that was a trip. I did this, that, and other. He did this, that, and the other. And you're okay.
Yes.
But you're also, of course, I have you here with me, and you've been locking arms with me. You're also advocating for healing.
Yes.
Because you know what happened before you healed.
Yes.
You were bitter.
Oh my goodness.
After you began to heal, you became better. And one layer at a time, one layer at a time.
And still getting there.
And it doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
And that's what I tell people all the time. You don't arrive to healing or healed and say, okay, I'm done. This job is over. No, you have to maintain.
Yes.
I consider this maintenance.
Yeah. Yes. Me talking about it is.
It's maintenance for me too.
I'm glad because I'm feeling that maintenance on me too.
Listen, You guys, it is so important for us to forgive and understand that forgiving someone is not about them. And I know sometimes we'll say, well, if I forgive him or if I forgive her, it's me giving them the approval or telling them that they were right. And that's definitely not the situation. And so have you been able to speak about healing to others?
Yes.
Have you locked arms with other people and told them the importance of healing?
Yes.
I mean, of healing, but of forgiving.
Forgiveness. The woman that told me, have you forgave? Did you forgive yourself? That was the ball rolling. And that's the woman, I forgot her name, from church.
Did you talk to her after?
Yes, I did. I called her and told her, I said, thank you so much. And it was an accidentally call. She called me by accident. She said, no, it was God, God doing this, because now you was able to tell me, have you forgiven yourself? And she's the one who told me about forgiveness. And I forgave myself.
Wow.
I truly had to forgive myself for allowing this to happen to me. I ain't letting that happen.
And you see what you said? What? For allowing it to happen to me. I didn't forgive. I'm not forgiving myself for something that I did, like no actions that I made or took. But it was necessary for me to forgive myself for standing in this, sitting in this, knowing these things were happening, and just pressing override because of what people may say. Often do
I don't care what they say now. At first it was, holding them, I was like, put on that facade, like happy, all is well, come in. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And when you see us, if you saw us in the car driving down the street, you would see
a different couple.
Yeah. Sometimes it was okay because he had a good week and he didn't disappear. And I was okay, or he was singing, and if in the choir, singing in the choir, he was singing in the choir. And I laugh a lot. He was singing in the choir, and people say, oh, your husband's so great. Oh, he's so funny, and all this stuff. He's a great singer. And I'm like, yeah. I wish you'd be a great husband too. But, this was in me. It was in me. And then when this was going on even in the beginning of the relationship, and then the marriage, and then through. What helped me too, not just forgiveness, but it was funny because when I had my granddaughter, when she said, Grandma, I hate to tell you this, but I think Papa got a new babe because he didn't come home last night. I said, wow.
The grandbaby said?
Yeah, Papa got a new babe.
Wow.
Because he didn't come home. And I'm like, maybe she's still on TV because she never seen it here, but I was trying to show her.
Yeah.
But when she said he didn't come home last night.
What did that do to you? Because now we're bringing in the children.
Yes. That's when I realized, okay, it's not going to happen.
Is that when you said we gotta?
And when she said that, I already started the divorce process.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, good. Because
I didn't want kind of confirmation for you.
Yes. How you come home? There was time I went looking for him in the middle of the night, hiding the car. Hiding the car, going to the police station with him because he thought the car was stolen. And then next thing you know, I said, I stole my own car.
Oh, because you had it was you.
It was, I stole the car.
It was you.
Yeah.
Wait, it just clicked.
Yeah.
The car, because you knew where the car was.
Yes.
You went and you moved it.
Yeah, but it was the strangest thing. Don't try this at home, please don't. So what I did was I took the car, I drove the car down, then I ran back and got my car, drove way past the car, then drove, don't try this. And I ran back, got the car, drove, and I did this. People thinking I was crazy because I was running, get in the car, get my car, driving past this car, and then I parked it behind the police station. It's safe. So,
oh my God.
I parked it behind the police station, and then I took the car, and then he called me and said the car was stolen. And I wanted to say, no, I stole my own car. I stole my own car.
Oh, so then you went and
I said, let's go to the police station. It was behind the police station. It was so funny. This wasn't funny, but it was funny. I felt I got a kick out of it. really got a kick out of it because when he was getting out the car, there's your car. When he got out the car, I turned around, I kicked him out the door, and I closed it. That was funny.
That was funny at the time.
It was funny at the time.
It's funny now too.
It's funny because I got a kick out of it. Actually, I got it. You know how people say I got a kick out of that?
Right.
Well, I did get a kick out of that. but because I was hurting. I was hurting, and people didn't even see the hurt. And I'm thinking, you guys don't see the hurt, but you guys can see what God is telling you about. That God gonna do something great, God, to me. But you didn't see the hurt. And if you did see the hurt, you didn't want to tell me. Thought it was gonna offend me. No, it would have helped me.
Well, you were great at
masking.
You were good. You had on a great mask. Cause
it was tough. Wasn't my mask tough?
They
were a power couple. They in love.
Yes. The mask was tough.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, I think when people see the outer shell,
yes,
if they don't take time to sit and talk to you and have the conversation, or if they have the conversation and you don't keep it real, what they have to offer, their opinions, their advice is according to what you gave them. You know?
The only one was not really, he wasn't the only one, but who helped me was Rafer. He did sit him down. So we went to counseling. We went to counseling. He went and got help. And after help and counseling, he said, "I'll be back." And it started back all over again.
It started again.
Yeah.
And so it was at that point where you said, "I can't do it." Or did you still?
I still was in there because the thing was, I said, "I'm done." And I remember God said, "Did I say you was done?" And it was like, oh my God. It was like, why can't I be done? This is not right. But I think he was teaching me something. I know he was. And it was coming at the right time. I had to hang in until he was said. And the day he said it was done was in 2019. I was in class. And I was happy. I was with the students laughing and joking. And God said, right. And I'm like, I ain't have no paper on me. I took out my phone. I said, let me get this right. My husband playing on the team of life is getting this called by the devil, his owner. And he's telling me, I'm writing all this stuff down. God is sharing me. And at the end, he said, now you're a free agent. You can leave this losing team.
Wow.
Winner. And I said, okay, God, I got it. That right there came a peace. When God said that to me and I wrote it, and when I went home, it was laid out why God said. And I said, oh, I'm out of here now.
Understood.
Yeah, understood. Thank you, God. Yeah. And I said, I'm divorcing you. He said, good. I said, good back. And I was like, whoo. But after that, I was just being still the wife, because I'm still the wife until I get divorced. Even though I said it, I filed for it, and I was still cooking and cleaning and doing everything, talking to him, laughing with him. And then he got served. And I said, told you I was going to divorce you. Why are you mad?
Wow.
Why are you tripping? Told you.
He didn't believe you.
He didn't believe me because I always say I'm done with the marriage, but I never
stepped out.
No.
And so when did forgiveness begin for you? Like how far after?
Ooh, a long time. It had to be maybe 2 years ago.
And y'all had been divorced?
We've been divorced since 2020. So 2022
is when you finally. Now, what was that process like for you? Because there's somebody out there that they want to forgive, but they're like, how do I forgive? Where do I start?
With myself. Forgiving myself. And I had to stop and think of all the things I've done over the years that I asked God to forgive, and he did forgive me. So why can't I forgive myself of the things that it was done to me, and allowing it to happen over and over? So when I forgave myself and promised myself that we would not let this happen again, we would nip it. We're going to speak up. Use your words, not your voice. Use your words. And the voice, I was using my voice, and my voice was loud, and he didn't hear. So if I gave my words, he would have heard them.
Gotcha.
People use their voice, and I mean, they shut you out. They really don't want to hear, and they leave.
Right.
But if you just say, hey, I don't like what you're doing.
Right.
I'm your wife. I've been telling you this from day one.
Yeah.
and you say, okay, I'm sorry. And then a week or 2 weeks go by and you do it again. And what I'm supposed to be like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm your wife.
Right.
I mean, help me.
Right.
You live in my house, fool. Not for real. Not for real. Not for real. Yeah, for real.
That's how you was feeling.
That's what I was feeling. And once I started releasing all the stuff and thinking, you know how you go through your head and say, if I never would have, why did I?
Yeah.
But you did do it. You did.
And this
You
is
did.
where you're at today. And so
Yeah.
how do you move through that? Like you have to have those talks with yourself,
Yes.
right? And not get stuck.
I don't get stuck. Every now and then I realize we can talk on the phone. Me and my ex talk on the phone. One time we talked for like an hour. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm tired now. Get off the phone. You know, but we talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still part of his family.
Okay.
My bonus daughter she's his child, but she's my bonus daughter.
Yeah.
I'm still there with her, and I still watch the grandson for her, and I still there. She need me. I'm there for her.
Yeah.
She's my child too.
Yes.
His siblings, still the siblings. I go to church with them.
Mm-hmm.
With one, talk to the uncle. We're on a group chat.
Okay.
So of course I'm going to be on a group chat with the family.
Wow.
I forgave him.
Yeah.
And I forgave myself.
Which is most important.
It was most important because I said, you don't let no one do you any kind of way, especially in your own home.
Mm-hmm.
This is my home. My mother said, don't let people do you any kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
How you let somebody come into your house and treat you bad? Put them out. Mm-hmm. And I didn't. And I think over the years, I just let, you be kind. Because how would I feel if I want somebody to be, how would I feel if someone did that to me and I wouldn't like it? Then I wouldn't like it. So I don't like what he's doing, but I don't like what she's doing. I don't like what they're doing to me. So you tell them, but they keep on doing it. Just say, you know what, that's them. Yeah. They've already been told. Yeah. They've been told. They're just ignoring you. So they're ignoring you. They don't care. They don't let my mom say, they don't give a dang about you. Yeah. And he didn't, because if he did, I'm your help me. I'm your real. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm your everything. You were singing it to me, but you did-a-dee-da. You went out there and do whatever you wanted to do. Wow. And after that, it's like, okay, the hurt was there. That it was so hurt. It's like, I was like, I'm never getting married again. I'm done. I would do salsa dancing so I can have partner dancing with the guy. That's it. We're gonna dance. I'm dance with you, but don't push up on me. And then where are you now? How do you feel about now? Where I'm at is love is good. Want to try? Yeah, I want to give love a try again. Yeah, I do. Yes, yes. People love me. Yes, I'm funny. I'm funny. They love me. They love me. I love it. Yeah. So yes. So you open. I'm open. But that happened after forgiving. I had to forgive myself and forgive him. And then you know what happened? I think over the years, I did a self-check with myself, and I self-checked way back when I first started dating. I was in high school, and I was the fun girl. Hey, how you doing? Just laughing and joking. And I didn't get a date. I dated the guy, but I didn't realize he had 2 other girlfriends. I was number 3 for the number 2. I know I was number 1. So I was someplace in the middle. Mark, his name was Mark, and he really hurt me, and I hurt him back, literally. That was the beginning of my angry issue. But even after that, it's okay. That was it. And then how you just say, you know what? Maybe it's not for me. Relationship. And I thought that I really did. Okay. Because I didn't get nobody dated me in school. Okay. I wasn't asked to no prom, no dances. He said, really? I said, no. Isn't that? Wow. I wasn't even asked. I still look the same. No, I don't. I'm a little bit older. But no one asked me out. No. And they said, and I asked, they said, why you went at the prom? And I remember I told them that I wasn't asked out. And they said, we thought you had a boyfriend. Why? They said, because you're pretty and we thought you had a boyfriend. I said, no. Well, I could have taken you. But you didn't ask. They didn't ask. So now I ask. And when I ask guys the same way, I said, how many kids you guys have? You married? They said, no. Why are you so good looking? Why you not married?
Mm-hmm.
I said, if I was looking for a husband, I sure would come after you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No.
It's just a compliment.
It's just a compliment.
But that's it's so unfair. It's so unfair that they say because you look a certain way. Like, I just know you're in a relationship.
No.
And that's not.
I haven't been in a relationship since I was in one that was fake. My husband. Since 2019. No, yeah, 2019. The last time I was in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have male friends. A lot of male friends. As far as dating. If they ask me out, the one person asked me out, and I said, "Yeah, I'll go out to lunch with you." And he said, "Okay." And he said, "This is what I envision the drink." And he envisioned our date. And he sent me a video, not video, but a text message. He said, "I envision our date like this." And it was him in a martini glass, the little emoji martini glass, and him holding up a martini glass. And I had to explain to him, if that's what you envision in our date, then that's not me, because I don't drink. So you have somebody else. You go with somebody else. And I meant that.
Yes,
so
you did.
I most certainly did. And now I use my words. No, I don't want to go out with you. Why? Because I said no. Mm-hmm. Why? Yeah. Okay. You're gonna go eat? Okay, fine. We're gonna go eat. Yeah. Where are we going? Mm-hmm. Send me the address.
I'll meet you there.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
Don't come pick me up.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
Because I don't want to have to walk home after I knock you out.
And y'all can see we got a comedian on.
After I knock you out, how you gonna knock him out? Try to do something and see.
Hilarious. Well, Tony, we are so grateful that you came on to share your healing process, yes. But through forgiveness.
Through forgiveness, you have to.
Everybody have their own way of getting to, or different layers that they have to remove as they begin to heal. One of your main one was forgiving. And forgiving yourself first.
Yes.
Right? Would you say that? Forgiving yourself first and then forgiving the person.
Yes.
So that you can live better and not bitter.
Oh my goodness. To live better and not bitter.
I love that.
Yes.
Better and not bitter.
And I was feeling bitter because every time somebody, I left a little bitter residue wherever I was going.
Would you speak, like if someone asked you, so what happened? Or, you're not married anymore?
I said, no, I'm not.
And it was from a nasty place. But now.
I said, oh no, we're no longer married. First it was like, they said, how's your husband? I said, I don't know, we're not married anymore. Just like that. They said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, why are you sorry? It wasn't your fault, was it? Just like that. I knew I spilled a little fire on them, right. Unforgiveness, that anger I still had in me.
Yeah.
All that negativity was coming out. That's not me. Right. But you see what happened?
What happened, Tony?
Because I didn't forgive myself and forgive him, I still had negativity on me that wherever I went with somebody, I left a little bit. If they brought up that name.
Wow.
If they brought up that name.
Yeah.
Or if they brought up, oh, me and my husband did this. Oh, I'm dating now. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then I changed the subject. Wasn't that bad of me?
It was a part of your healing, though.
Yeah.
It was a part of your healing, and that's how you had to process through it. And so now when you speak to other women or men, whoever you speak with that's going through divorce,
yes,
that's attempting to heal, and you see something, like when they begin to speak,
I said, don't
do that.
Yeah, I do.
Right? You are able to do that because of your experience.
Yes.
So that is so great. And I know that you continue to do the work.
Yes, because I'm laughing all the time. And laughter bring up those happy endorphins and make you feel so.
She does. She laughs a lot. She does. And I love it. If you need a good laugh, call Tony. She's going to make you laugh. Even in the darkest moments, she's like, she's going to bring up something that is great. And I'm so grateful to have you as a friend that will be able to, that help me in that area.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got to have somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, not just somebody.
I was during COVID, and I'm glad I was able to go for walks. And me and God had a conversation. And I had to stop thinking of the ones that from church that knew, but thought I knew. But I didn't know. Mm-hmm. But if you knew, why didn't you check them and have a meeting with us?
Mm-hmm.
And if they knew, they knew. Okay, fine.
That's where you are now.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Oh, I heard. If you heard, do you believe what you heard? Then why are you telling me? If you believe what you heard, you don't have to co-sign with me. That's on you. But I said, if you believe it. Then I had to do this. I like your shoe. They look down, then you got them. Okay, I'm telling
that's
you.
your secret. You keep telling that secret. Everybody
gonna know. I got more secrets.
I'm sure.
You look down, you say, well, I like your shoes. They look down, then you say, oh, that's nice. Oh my God, look at the time. Let me get out of here.
You gotta go, huh? It's time to go.
Or now I'm not saying, I don't bring that up anymore. And I wish you don't do it either.
And that's good. You're using your words.
I'm using my words.
Absolutely.
Instead of hiding, then they're gonna be saying, look at her, you know, that. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Listen, what I've grabbed from this is use your words.
Use your words.
Use your words.
Yes.
And make sure they're words that's edifying.
Yes.
Who you are, right?
Yes.
Because when you speak, when you leave, what you left there, like you were talking about the residue.
Yes.
What you left there is what they have of Tony.
Yes.
The last thing that they can say about Tony, if they never see you again, the last time I saw her, she was bitter. She was talking about this. Or they can say, the last time I saw her, she was happy.
And she was happy. She made me laugh. You know I am.
Yes.
She made me laugh. She always have a joke. She make everybody. When she come in here, she say, hey, what's going on? You know, excited.
Yes.
But I can't be bitter.
No. Don't be bitter.
And I gotta be bitter. I can't be bitter and live with unforgiveness.
Yeah. That's stressful.
Stress.
Heavy.
It was weighing me down. Like, you know what? No, that was too much for me.
Your little self.
My little self. That was too much. And now I realize, you know what? I can talk to my ex, talk to both my ex.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know use my words.
Yeah.
And if I don't like something, I'm gonna tell them, you know what? I don't appreciate what you're doing. This is the reason why.
There you go.
This is not who I am.
Yeah.
And if this is what you want, this is who you are, and that's what you like to do with women, find one that like the same thing.
Because I don't.
Because I don't.
Yeah, but you're using your words.
I'm using my words so they'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And not pressing override.
I'm not. I'm like, so, well, I really like them. You know, I'm just going to see. No, I'm not seeing. No.
Overriding.
No.
Yeah, no overriding. I love it. Forgiveness, you guys. Forgiveness. So listen, thank you so much, Tony, for coming on and sharing with us. I love you with everything that's in me. I appreciate you for locking arms with me on this mission and this vision of life after divorce. Yes. We have so much more to go, so much more to do, and some time to do it. So thank you. Thank you for having me. Yes, love you. There's like that divorce. Yes, there is, you guys, and make sure you live it loud, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you like it and you share it. And you use the tools that she shared. You see how happy, lucky, going she is? This is just who she is. I promise you. This is not a facade. This is not the mask. No, not the mask. This is just who she is. And so when you can find someone who has gone through the trauma or any trauma, but as we talk about divorce, the trauma of divorce, that can come out of the bitter and be better and have this type of stance and, you know, her body language, all of that speaks for, even if she didn't say a word. When she walks in the room, she walks in and says, I am happy, right? And I come to bring joy. And so that is what we need. That is what we need. So remember that there is life after divorce, and we are asking that you live it out. Bye, you guys.